Welcome to a new episode of Market Targets. And this week, the markets are looking very clean for us to be capitalizing on them. Definitely see a lot of great pairs to be executing trades on this week. And the top pairs I decided to look at for the week are AUD CAD, NZD CAD, NZD USD, USD CHF, Euro CAD, Euro NZD, AUD NZD, Euro AUD, and GBP AUD. Those are the nine pairs I decided to look at for the week on the Forex market. And I'm gonna jump right into AUD CAD, which is one of the first pairs I was looking at for the week. And I'm gonna jump into the weekly time frame, which is where we are right now. And let's get started with this pin bar candle that closed last week like this. Love it to see this, to be honest. Great indication for us to be looking for a long on the market this week. We jump into the daily time frame. The daily time frame is still bullish, and now it's on the support and resistance level. So, in order for me to consider entering this trade, I'm gonna move over to the 4 hour time frame, and the 4 hour time frame pretty much needs to confirm that this wants to become a support level instead of resistance level, and that confirmation will be given to us if the 4 hour candle closes above this structure right here, shifting the trend over to the bullish end instead of the bearish. So definitely going to be eyeing that out this week. Actually tonight, most likely, to see if it does happen. And if it does happen, I will be looking for more confirmation in order to enter. Next up is NZD CAD. NZD CAD, I'm also looking long on it. On the weekly time frame, the weekly has been bullish since the year started pretty much. It's been here since, I believe, January 19th. The week of January 19th, it's been bullish. So it continues on that bullish trend. The daily as well is bullish. It's been like this since the beginning of the month, and it's gonna most likely continue in that way. If I jump over to the 4 hour time frame, the 4 hour time frame has already gone bullish. And right now, I just needed to pretty much retrace a bit more onto the support level in order for me to get a better risk to reward to look for an entry. So definitely going to be eyeing this one out tonight because I would assume it's almost ready to enter. Next up is NZD USD. NZD USD kind of looks the same as NZD CAD, but let's jump over to the weekly time frame first before I started creating that part. So here I have this market pretty much bullish right now. It did do a retracement onto the support level. It had a cool down candle right here last week, so giving me a good indication that it might want to go up this week. On the daily time frame, it's definitely not looking nice. It's looking like it does want to go down. So for me to even consider entering this trade, I will need it to jump above this area right here, have this resistance level become support. And on the 4 hour time frame, I will be putting an alert just to make sure that this ends up closing bullish, because right now the 4 hour is bearish. So if it does close bullish, I will be looking for more confirmation or to enter along on that one. Next up is USD CHF. USD CHF, I'm looking long on it as well. And it's looking like it's retracing perfectly onto the support level right here on the daily time frame. So it's giving me a great indication that it's going to jump right up. I'm going to wait for more confirmation on this trade just because I do not like how the 4 hour is looking too much. The 4 hour is looking a bit iffy, to be honest. It's looking like a head and shoulder form in order for it to go to the downside. And especially since I have a lot of pairs that I'm looking at for the week that are going long, I definitely will not be too eager to make a mistake on this pair just because I want to capitalize on the best opportunities the market will give me this week. If I were to look for any confirmations on this trade early on, I'd definitely wait for the 1 hour to shift bullish. And once it does that, I will be looking for a great entry to trade on this pair. Most likely, we'll wait for the Monday candlestick to close and then looking at it on Tuesday's candle in order to find an entry. Next up is EuroCAD. EuroCAD, I'm also looking long on it. The weekly is definitely bullish. It's been bullish for quite some time, about a month, 2 months already. So it is looking nice to keep going with the trend. And on the daily is also bullish. It's already done its pretty much retracement all the way to the support level. I did not catch that long on the support level last week. So I'm just waiting for it to give me more confirmation that it wants to continue to go to the upside, which is looking pretty clean for it to go to the upside. especially on the 4 hour, looking like a great inverted head and shoulders already has been formed. So definitely going to be looking at this one. I don't like jumping into trades without it giving me more structure in order to see if the trend wants to continue going that way. So I'm gonna be very patient on EuroCAD this week. Next up is Euro NZD. Euro NZD, also looking for a long on it as well. The weekly is definitely bearish. Definitely something to take into consideration just because it is a bearish trend on the weekly. It could obviously give you influence for the market to go down. Next up is the daily time frame. The daily time frame on this one is definitely bullish, and it definitely gave us a great bullish engulfing last week in order to consider entering this on a long. And if we go over to the 4 hour looks great, honestly. The 4 hour already broke the structure right here, which it broke it just to give me that V-shaped pattern I like to enter, to be honest. And it's been bullish for quite a while and never went bearish, but I just love that it did this confirmation right here in order for us to consider a long on it. The 2 hour is also bullish, and the 1 hour is also bullish as well. Let me see to the 30 minute. 30 minute is also bullish. So this is technically already cooked up for a good long this week early on. So definitely might be eyeing this one for tonight. Next up is AUD NZD. AUD NZD is definitely bullish on the weekly trend time frame, and it's definitely bullish on the daily time frame as well. It's looking like a nice little support level right here that it is currently just consolidating on for the past 3 days. So definitely want it to break, and once it breaks over this structure right here, which I'll place an alert right here, and confirm that the 4 hour wants to go bullish, I will be looking for a long on this trade. Next up is Euro AUD. Euro AUD, wow, Euro AUD just cooked up last week perfectly, to be honest. Even on the weekly, it cooked up perfectly. The weekly is bearish, but I don't know if you see the structure and if you agree with me, but definitely looking like it wants to go up and create a bit of a retracement on the weekly. So that's the move I want to catch this week, especially since last week this pretty much shifted bullish, and now it's almost forming a morning star for the week. So if that morning star pretty much gets completed on the first candle, I'll be definitely interested in a long on this one. I'll be placing my alert right here above this structure, right here. So once this structure does get crossed, I will be interested in trading this one on the long. Last but not least, GPB AUD. Let's move on to the weekly time frame here. And the weekly time frame, let me put a bit of a support level right around here. Boom, we got a support level right there, and it is cooking up to look very nice. And on the daily time frame, it is definitely looking very bullish right here, as last week it did cross this area and became bullish. It did give me the morning star that Euro AUD did not completely give me, so definitely a great indication for this to go to the upside. It has not crossed this area right here, in which it would, to be honest, confirm that this double bottom on the 4 hour time frame is cooking up. So definitely would wait for that in order to consider entering this trade. And on the smaller time frames, it looks choppy, very choppy, just because GBBs definitely tend to try to wick people out. In that sense, the smaller time frames always look a bit wacky, in my opinion at least. But definitely a pair that I do not have a lot of great history with. It does tend to wick me out. So I'm gonna be extra cautious if I do tend to trade this pair this week. And with that being said, those are the 9 pairs I decided to look at for the week. Pretty much looking for longs on all 9 pairs this week. To be honest, I might think this is the first market targets that I have done where I'm only looking for longs for the week. So definitely at least easier for my mindset to just pretty much think long in order to enter these trades. And if I don't get any of those confirmations, I just simply won't enter any trades. So that does conclude another episode of Market Targets, and I hope you guys enjoyed this one. Thank you.